Yo, 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 welcome to the A&B Mobcast. It's your boy AD.
It's your boy Bruce, and we back at it. Team no headphones. Nah, I'm just planning to put on these goddamn headphones. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. What a lit read.
Chilling. How life treating you, man?
Another busy day in property management. You know how I go.
I was just on the phone with one of my boys, man. It's a lot going on, dog. But have you seen that story that broke with a special agent out there in Miami? That hazing and
Yeah, bro. Oh, no. I saw the Penn State one with the coat.
Nah, I ain't see the Penn State one, but the one that there in Miami, that's actually my boy. I know him. I like personally.
I seen that one too.
Yeah. So we was just talking about that situation. I'm like, Lord.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Penn State fraternity, they had boys packaging up that dope, running the operation.
For real?
While they was on. How you didn't see that one? That's the big one.
Well, so break that down.
Well, that's what the uproar is now about it, because
Penn State is a PWI, right? Predominantly white still.
they were saying had this happened at a HBCU, it would have been national news.
Oh yeah, we already know
Let me
that.
pull it up for you.
That goes without saying, man. We know they. Let me tell you something. They got the complexion for the connection. You heard?
Yeah.
Everybody don't have the complexion for the connection. So yeah, it kind of the same thing with the Nolan Wells situation, bro. Like the fact that enough pressure hasn't been placed to at least start an investigation on these kids.
So it pretty much get you caught up on what's going on. The Delta Upsilon and Sigma Chi fraternity houses were used as operational hubs where drugs were cut and packaged. Bro, cutting up dope. You hear me?
Young nigga move that dope. They probably had that shit playing in the background.
Brother, it's a 14 charged in alleged cocaine trafficking ring tied to Penn State Fraternity University.
You think they was cooking it, or you feel like they was getting it imported?
Bro, they was moving it. Regardless, they were cooking it. They was moving it. I think, some money. It says they named the ringleaders and said they were supplying the cocaine while others cut and packaged the drugs primarily in the fraternity house. The boy moving that. I mean, low key, keep them people off you. You know what I'm saying? It's genius. You ain't doing the work. You feel me? But
yeah.
On another note, bro, it had to be going on for years. They said they was moving large quantities from Philadelphia. They was making regular trips from Philadelphia to New York for cocaine between 23 and 24.
I was just about to say, who the clientele? Were they selling it to the student body?
They said it was profitable drug business crew involving around 2 senior members of the fraternity and other fraternity brothers and pledges.
Them niggas had the niggas online doing
that? Yeah. Evidence uncovered cutting and packaging cocaine with some of the pledges indoctrination into the fraternity. So they had to kind of do that as a ritual.
Damn. Yo, these niggas different. Yeah, we'll see how that play out there. This is my first time hearing about this.
Yeah, this is late, right? It was last week or something like that came out. It was everybody was making memes and funny videos on social media about it. Cocaine was obtained, packaged, sold. Most of the payments were made via cash and via payment apps. Yeah, them boys moving at work, man. Surprised you hear about that, dog.
Nah, I ain't hear about that, man. I saw Dolly Parton passed away. I just saw that.
Who?
Dolly Parton. Dolly Patton. Parton.
Don't make me
know. Dolly. The Dolly girl. She passed away. But I just saw that.
I seen that too. Yeah. I ain't know. I wasn't really too familiar with her like that.
Me neither. That's not, I mean, I did see a lot of pictures of people posting. I'm like, yo, she has changed significantly. Like when she was last alive, I guess she was amongst old ladies trying to preserve their youth kind of thing. So apparently she had a lot of surgeries and definitely didn't look like her pictures when she was younger.
That's how Lil' Kim is right now, dog. All them surgeries. So you can't recognize.
Yeah. Lil' Kim looked like Trick Daddy. You see what I'm saying? Like her face just looked bloated. It looked just disfigured. And it's like, but Trick Daddy, he has
lupus.
Lupus, yeah. He has lupus. But yeah, Lil' Kim, she creating something for herself. But it is what it is, man. You can't keep up with these people.
Man, we need to get right into it, man. No, let's not wait any further, man. Let's get right into it. We're gonna start with the NBA. So James Harden joined the $500 million club in earnings.
But eating.
Prestigious list, I think KD is number one. LeBron,
Steph
Steph.
Curry up there.
Yeah, you got James Harden. Who else was up there? Wasn't too many people that done hit that $500 million mark.
A lot of people been having questions around like, which one would you rather, this prestigious career or the kind of career where you just make a lucrative amount of money? So which side are you on? Because that's a conversation that I've been sitting around. This is like James Harden hasn't really accomplished nothing outside of All Stars, but he's made a boatload of money. So how you feel about that?
So if you asking me, because they had put the comparison, right? They put Mario Chalmers versus James Harden. Mario Chalmers has 2 rings with the Miami Heat. I think he only totaled $24 million his whole NBA career. Something like that they was putting. And then James Harden, $500 million, no titles. In today's climate, I ain't gonna lie, I might be James Harden, dog.
Yeah, give me that $500 million. I ain't even.
He had the Adidas contract. They paid him $200 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the $500 million club is LeBron, first across that threshold. But then Kevin Durant surpassed that with the extension from the Rockets, Steph Curry, James Harden.
Yeah, it's not even close to me. I would take the $500 million easy. Like, forget those rings, man.
Nah, if you
can't take those rings to the kitchen and try to cook up something.
See, but I hate when they do. I hate when they do like the low of the lows and the high of the highs, right? If you was to give me Steph Curry career, 4 rings and $500 million, I'd take that. But if I had to choose between 2 rings with Mario Chalmers and $500 million with James no rings, I take that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you,
he signed a 3-year, $97 million with Cleveland.
Maybe it's because Steph Curry hasn't moved around, or the other one on that list that hasn't moved around. But I feel like he's made a quiet 500. Like, I don't hear
it seems like it ain't. Yeah. But he definitely that's how you like it. That quiet money. Yeah.
He's made a quiet $500 million. Quiet, real quiet. He hasn't really been like in the limelight. I've never really heard Steph Curry outside when he just got read up for $60 million a year. I ain't never really heard him essentially being up for a contract.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't see. Obviously, LeBron switched teams a couple of times. He took a pay cut with Miami, and got read up twice by Lakers. But Steph Curry's 500. That seemed to be a quiet one to me. But yeah, I'll take the money over the career. I mean, you got to keep in mind, even when you're comparing Mario Chalmers to James Harden. James Harden made $500 million, and he's gonna go down in the Hall of Fame.
Top 75, yeah.
Yeah,
not for sure.
He a Hall of Fame. So I take a Hall of Fame career over 2 rings any day.
Got you. Because I mean, but also it's like that's what it's about, winning the championships. I mean, I'd rather be the guy on a championship team than a piece. I mean, for some people, I mean that's the goal. The goal ain't to, you're supposed to get a team and try to get to the playoffs and win a championship. So it's like, or nowadays, stuff shifting whether it come to college football, high school sport. I just seen the top receiver 2028 class just got his own cleat. You know what I'm saying? Sponsored by Battle, but it's it's changing now, bro. It's about that money. It's always been about the money, but like it's about the money. It's almost like it used to be about money and rings, but now it's about just money.
Yeah. Because I mean, I don't think it was ever really about rings for these players. You got to keep in mind these guys we talking about, they didn't grow up in NIL, right? So these dudes was trying to get their people out of strong, tough situations. I think once people get to especially NBA players, once they get to that 4th contract, then it becomes about the bread. And to be honest with you, the days of long extensions are over. I feel like people are doing these 3 to 5 year contracts on the back end of their career. You see what I'm saying? But as far as in their prime, they're doing 2-3 year contract because they know the needle is only going to keep moving and they're just going to keep re-ing up.
I think at the end of the day, I'm looking at it, bro. Like how much money is too much money? Like at what point would you stop trying to get the bag? Like $500 million, bro. You can do anything you want. Times 10. Like, do you really need that much money?
But James Harden has made a good $500 million, right? You gotta keep in mind, James Harden.
He got his own signature shoe.
James Harden played for competitive teams. It ain't like he that made $500 million and he was over there with the Milwaukee Bucks his
No,
entire
I'm
career.
with you because they went to the champion. They went to the finals with him, KD, and Russell when they was all on that team.
But he got drafted to OKC. Then he played in Houston, which is where he really became James Harden.
Yeah.
Then he started jumping around. You're talking about Brooklyn. You're talking about LA, Cleveland, and don't forget Philly. He played for the 76ers for a little bit. So it ain't like none of the rosters that I can see that James Harden played on weren't boo-boo rosters.
I'm with you. But
so his $500 million came with opportunities to win as well. You see what I'm saying? Where most people's career earning is like, man, I'm gonna go play in middle of bumfuck nowhere with great cap space just for the money.
And if you really look at the trajectory of how the league was the last couple decades, Jordan them ran the 90s. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers and the Spurs ran the 2000s. The 2010s was LeBron Cavaliers and Golden State all them years back and forth. And then, it's been a different champion now. The last 6 years? Nobody repeated. So
the last 7 championships have been won by a different team.
Yeah, so you got to realize when you came into the league as well, it's a lot of people that haven't won. So to that point, I mean, the bag was the only thing to get because you wasn't beating Golden State them 3 or 4 years, and then Cleveland came in that 1 year. In the 2000s, it was hard to beat Shaq and Kobe and Duncan and Ginobili and all
Yeah.
Dallas snuck theirs in. Shout out to Dirk. Snuck his in 2011. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Have you been hearing that conversation about the bloodiest ring of all time? Like who went through the toughest gauntlet of teams to win the championship?
Dirk.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I ain't realized
until they start highlight. Yeah, he had to go through.
He had to go through Brandon Roy. This was before Brandon Roy's injuries.
He was real.
Then he had to go through LA, and LA was coming off a chip.
Of the championship.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He went through LA second round. Then he went through a OKC team. That's when they still had James, Russ, and KD. He went through that OKC team. Matter of fact, I think OKC team played Miami either the year before or the year after. No, it had to be the year before.
2012. It was the year after.
Yeah.
It was the year after.
It had to be one of those.
He won 2011, and then Lakers won 2010.
Then Dirk went through the Avengers, Miami themselves. That I'm like, that is the bloodiest ring of all time. That was their
first year. I think that was their first year assembled, right? We beat them that first year they got together.
Yeah, that was the first year. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you're right. So 2012 was their first year winning it, and they beat OKC.
Correct.
2013 was their back-to-back repeat.
And then
they beat the Spurs, no?
Right. No, yeah, that's when it was getting rolled out. It was getting rolled out after.
Yes. Yeah. That's the Ray Allen 3-point.
That's
the Ray Allen 3-point shot. That's year 2.
And then
year 4, they lost to, who did they lose?
Was it the Spurs? Who they lost to? They ended up losing to,
I forgot.
What's that, 2014? Who won championship?
That was a run, though. That 4-year run was different. Like, Miami was selling out every arena. Like, that 4-year run was different. LeBron was at the prime of his prime.
We talked about it in the earlier pods, but a lot of people say that was a failure for that team that got put together. They only won 2 out of 4. They was expected to win all 4.
Nah. See, this is my thing. The reason why I say it's not a failure is people... Bro, how should I put this, bro? For real. I'm trying to really enlighten people's mind to how business works, especially from that, right?
If you go into the money, yeah.
Oftentimes, yes, the goal is to win a championship. That's the tangible goal, right? But in reality, if you can get your seats, let's say a nosebleed seat to go from $28 to $200,
right?
That's a win. And you got what they would play 82 games, so you got 41 home games doing that, right? Plus everybody else benefit on them being able to increase ticket prices when they're playing
Spurs
you
won.
at the house.
That was a young Kawhi that won in 2014.
Young Kawhi. So I don't look at that as a failure 4 years because they won 2 and they lost 2. But the reality of it is the revenue that
it was a win for Miami.
Yeah, the revenue that organization, that whole city, everything that people capitalize from, it always being a movie when these guys played over the course of those 4 years, that's a win. I can't look at that as a loss. Hell no.
Well, shout out to James Harden, man. 500 million club. Get to that bag, man. Sure he done live life. Him and KD, the ones from that trio left. Russ just retired.
Russ just retired.
KD's still getting that bag. So,
I kind of knew Russ was going to be the first to retire amongst the three. He just played the most aggressive. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see him having too many years on his joints.
Well, I just knew once you start not being the number one person on the team, you fall to number 2, fall to number 3, and then you come off the bench. That's how I knew. But like James Harden is still the highest paid. Kevin Durant gonna still be the highest paid on his team. So
I feel like James Harden is just entering that second option role. Well, I mean, he was a third option.
Donovan Mitchell.
And on the Clippers, but yeah, he's really just entering that second option role because I would say Donovan Mitchell is the first option.
Yeah.
For Cleveland.
All right,
but
sticking with the NBA, somewhat of the WNBA, and it's Cantor gets into it with the Sky player and got removed from the game. What's your thoughts on that? And then the shirt that he was wearing.
Yeah, woman, noun.
Adult female.
Adult female, yeah. Now I can see that he's trolling, but he's trolling for a good reason, bro. Obviously, I think at its core, they're trying to keep sports limited to the same sex at its core. And I think that's what his push is. I'm interested to know where he's pulling this inspiration from. I wonder if there's like a coalition of WNBA players that he has access to expressing their frustration behind, the direction in which this country is moving, and he's wanting to help take a stance on that. You feel me?
I think also, I think they blackballed him from the NBA from the reports I was reading, kind of like, unwritten rule blackballed, and he got time. I think he got time to.
Why they blackballed him? Do you know?
Ruffle some feathers. I think he took a political stance in the NBA against somebody in the league. Was it Braun? He took a political stance against something, kind of to the same notion of what he doing now. And didn't he change his last name to like Freedom?
Freedom, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was political, and then they. So
he's always been one of these socially
correct. So
in case I know much about Enes Kanter, but I know he played in the NBA.
He was decent for what it was. He 16, what he's 7. I don't know how tall he is, but yeah. So what ended up happening was the lady scored and then start talking junk. He got up, put his hands out, he got escorted out, and then now it comes out that the Sky banned him from the arena today. Reports came out that he was banned from the arena. I also seen he had a sit down, pretty much.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, about the woman, and if I'm one, they not defining what a woman is, then I can play. But they also rejected his stance on that, like he can't enter the WNBA.
Yeah.
So,
which is very interesting because my thing is like, if all you have to do is identify, well, why can't he play? Because that's what he's done. He's done his part, which is identify, right?
My thing is like my very first thoughts on this was like, it's surprising that more women aren't speaking up for women. It's like a clash between the women and women, and it's like, all right, man, stay out of this. Like, we gonna get blamed for whatever, anyways. Stay out of it. Like,
you mean a lot of women not like, yo, I support the fact that
I don't see enough. No, not even for him. I'm just talking about for the ideal in general. Like with Sophie Cunningham. Remember Sophie Cunningham? Her whole stance on it. I don't see enough women like speaking up. Like I think a lot of them agree, but they're not speaking up. They're not vocal.
Yeah,
enough for me.
Do you believe? That's a good point. So do you believe the burden of support rests on the WNBA players, or do you feel like it should be women of the public that should speak on behalf of WNBA players? Because I can see why the WNBA players not speaking up. They under contract,
and they getting that bag. They just got that big bump, so they trying to keep their mouth closed and keep that bag.
You can't bite the hand that feeds you, so it could be tough for somebody who is a part of a particular organization to speak out against the organization while still a part of that organization.
Well,
I get that part.
You saw what the public, the daughter and the mother and the daughter that was at the game got told they had to cover up their shirts at one of those games because of the verbiage, because of what they had on their shirts or whatever. That happened last week.
I ain't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, WNBA. I mean, they're getting some level of support, and I don't know if it's because the NBA is not in right now. But even when I saw flashbacks of that altercation on ESPN, it was a pretty big crowd. That was a pretty big WNBA crowd, which I'm not
Yeah.
used to seeing. You see what I'm saying? I know Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, that level of 1-2 has definitely ignited the WNBA
Right.
fan base. But I definitely wasn't expecting to see like damn near pack that house.
So they had on XX chromosome shirts, and then the WNBA security told them they had to cover up their shirts because they was addressing the whole transgender, trying to support Sophie, and they were told to cover up their shirts.
Freedom of speech don't apply there.
It was a shirt, bro. I don't.
Freedom of expression don't apply there.
Listen, they said they had the shirts on for the third quarter, fourth quarter. I think they ended up getting told to do it, but it said that Dream apologized to cover they got apologized to after the game, but they were wearing XXXY athletic shirts pretty much, and speaking on the chromosomes and transgenders and things like that. So
another thing I didn't even consider too, going back to your question as far as why more WNBA players not speaking out and supporting, because I hate to say it like this, but most of them
LGBT.
They do have a big LGBTQIA base. Like they that's a huge community in the
But
WNBA.
even still, the competition is the thing. So if a lot of people feel like men and women can't compete, they feel type of like a lot of parents I saw was saying like protecting daughters and stuff like that. Like you got to think about it. WNBA, they trained their whole life and they was growing up playing against other women. If somebody like Enes Kanter or somebody can come into the league and just destroy them after they've worked so hard to get to where they at and possibly push them out of their position on the roster, then how would you feel?
I mean, I hear you. I mean, you're speaking logically. I'm speaking. Well, you're speaking theoretically. I'm speaking logically. Logically speaking, it is going to sound crazy for someone who associates with that community to essentially, speak out against that community.
But it's two different communities. It's like woman on woman is different from somebody transitioning.
But it's still LGBTQIA. Like there's still the whole thing.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's just one community.
Yeah.
So I can see why the WNBA players are probably not saying anything about it, because at the end of the day, it's like if we're preaching inclusivity and how we want to be seen, responded to, being paid, being recognized in our sport, like it would be hypocritical to be speaking out against that.
But so then how do you feel about them now rejecting his claim that he said he's a woman, he want to play?
That's hypocritical too. But I could also see how that could be deemed a mockery, because that was my initial thought process behind it too. It's like he's trying to prove a point, but he's also trying to get you to tighten up your bylaws. So it's playing right into his game plan, right? It's like, yo, there's no way your bylaws should be that open.
But at the end of the day, right? Who are you to tell me I'm not? If I'm serious or not, bro. This is where it's just a slippery slope, because it's like if he wake up one day and feel like he's serious and he don't care about everybody thinking it's a mockery, like this is who I am, then you can't tell him otherwise. If that's the case, he could do it to you.
Yeah, it's just like a stud can wake up one day and dress like a man and wear a dress to her friend's birthday dinner later that week.
Yeah, my name ain't Brittany today, it's Brian. Address me as Brian. Like, if I feel like that,
it gets sticky, bro.
But yeah, man, I mean, what else going on in the NBA? I saw a lot of these contracts are rolling in. A lot of players are finalizing their homes and stuff like that. I also saw something interesting where the Dads podcast with LeVar Ball, Jason Tatum dad, Dwayne Wade dad, and you been seeing that floating around?
No, I haven't seen that one.
So the dads all got a podcast where they talking about like upping the dads, like the importance of the dads to the league. And,
I ain't see that. What's the conversation based over there?
On one of the segments, they was talking about how the NBA purposely leaves out dads on draft day and just kind of like up talks the mom. You get what I'm saying? Like big up the mom, and they was pretty much like speaking and voicing their opinions on how that be being portrayed or whatever. Like how all of them are fathers that was in their son's life, but on draft day,
It was all about the
the
mother.
mic never ever come to them. It goes straight to the mom and stuff like that. What's your takes on that? I'm surprised you ain't seen that clip. It's been going viral.
Nah, I ain't seen it.
LeVar Ball, Jason Tatum dad, Dwayne Wade dad, and Jaylen Brown. Yeah. Jaylen Brown dad. Yep, those four.
Nah, I haven't seen it, but I mean, that's just kind of the systemic issues that's always been a part of the cloth of this country. Because before, if you're gonna look at that holistically, you have to look at who predominantly are the races that these people are getting hired, right? Because one thing I'll tell you,
and all of them four black dads.
I'll tell you like this: when I'm watching the NFL draft and they're drafting O linemen, which are predominantly white, they're showing this picture of a family. You see what I'm saying? They're showing, like that. Those are the interviews that they're driving. But when you start talking about the skilled players, which are predominantly black kids, it feels like you feel me? It's nothing like that though. But I feel like it's more systemic than anything, bro. I think it's calculated, bro. I think it's calculated.
The podcast is called Ultimate Dads Unplugged, by the way. Shout out to them.
So they actually are actively potting together.
Yes, like sitting down, talking about different topics. It was a funny segment where they asked which kid is the best. So you got every dad like
Dwayne Wade easily. If Dwayne Wade dads is on there, he's easy. But Dwayne Wade is probably the top. I'd probably say top 5 2 guards.
Dwayne Wade dad looked just like him too. Boy, look, I thought it was him with a gray beard. It looked just like him. But LeVar, they went around and each person pitched why their kid was the best. But they doing it in a good, friendly, way as dads. And they had a segment to talk about what team gonna run it back, Hall of Fame, stuff like that. So yeah, they're pretty cool. They be on there talking that talk.
That's what's up, man. I love to see. To be honest with you, I appreciate hearing dudes get together and just chat. I feel like oftentimes dudes don't have that kind of space to just talk.
Right.
And I think it's very important for people to create that space, right? Because there's some topics that dudes can talk about amongst each other that a bystander of the opposite sex can't relate to. Same thing with the opposite sex. There's some things that women can walk around, sit down and talk about that men can't relate to. So I definitely love seeing men do it, especially from a standpoint of, one, when it's healthy dialogue being had, and two, when they're really using the space to really express themselves and show gratitude to one another. So I could definitely appreciate a nice, healthy male podcast. So I got to check them out.
Yeah. So, I mean, outside of that, NBA, we got to wait on that to get going and see how that's going to be. Yeah, I'm just ready. I'm just happy for sports, man.
Yeah. Did you see that college player that just got cut by the Browns?
Oh, yeah. So we moving to the NFL. Let's move on over to the NFL, baby. So
Xavier Harris, is that his name?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the idea of players being able to
go back to college,
play not preseason?
Yeah.
Play preseason games. Yeah. Record stats in preseason games. Have the possibility of being cut and being eligible to go back to college. What's your thoughts on it?
Man, I think what that's going to do long term is it's going to continue to suffocate the growth of that 17-year-old. That 17-year-old will never be able to see the field. He'll never be able to compete. He'll never be able to develop. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, now it becomes a business. And quite frankly, the moment you started paying them, it became a business, which I'm for. I'm not going to talk about it like I'm against NIL. I'm for NIL. However, there has to be a limitation on it. But I think COVID is what kind of blew that wide open. When COVID can allow you to buy back eligibility. Oh, yeah, pause.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was crazy. When COVID gave people the opportunity to buy back eligibility because, obviously that changed the landscape of the world. And obviously you always had the red shirt option.
1 year, yeah.
Yeah, then you had the injury where you could also, take another year, get another year eligibility. Like it just started going crazy. Like even when I was watching Carson Beck When I was watching Carson Beck play his first preseason game, people was like, "Damn, he look good." I'm like, "Nigga, this man has been playing college football for 8 years." Yeah, granted, I'm probably exaggerating, but
Nah,
bro, we're not gonna act
he
like
was
Carson Beck
it was there pre-COVID.
hasn't had, a long college career. He had ample opportunity to develop. You feel me? So he knows how to read defenses. He's been around different coordinators because he's been in the transfer portal a couple times. He's found success against all kind of different defenses. Like, that's experience. So it didn't surprise me that he balled out like he balled out, because at the end of the day, he's on the field with people who also just came from college. You feel me?
I agree with you, and I'll piggyback on what you said about suffocating that 17-year-old or fresh out of high school. This gonna continue to ruin those 3-star, 4-star, like 3-star or hidden gems that may get an opportunity and show you otherwise. I went back and looked at a few people that were labeled like that. Josh Jacobs was a 3-star going to Alabama. He might not have been able to get a look if you got people that's older to come back. Jair Alexander, the cornerback from Louisville.
Yeah.
He was a 3-star coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? Might not have been able to get that opportunity. Ryan Clark, wasn't he like 7th round or undrafted or something like that?
Ryan Clark went undrafted. He doesn't get the opportunity to actually.
You get what I'm saying? And we going back to the college part of it, actually getting into the college, growing, learning, and getting to that level to where an NFL team will even look at you. But now you cutting it off to where you might not even make it to that step.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm concerned about.
And the other thing too is like, I'm thinking about the Annis Cantor situation that we just talked about, right? Where like now I feel like it has officially come to trolling just so he can prove a point. I'm wondering if athletes like, let's say, Kevin Garnett decide to go back to college because they straight out of high school.
They got eligibility.
You see what I'm saying? They got eligibility. Somebody like J.R. Smith. Obviously, J.R. Smith, they go back to college, but he played golf where he was, at NCAT. But I'm wondering, like, these people who got eligibility, who actually played in the league and can still dominate these niggas who have no concept of basketball, just off pure the fact that they're just more talented, they have more experience. I wonder, is it time for them to step out like Annis Cantor has stepped out on some, we going back?
I think there's something in the clause, though. Once you solidify and you become a pro athlete, right, you can't go back to amateur, or, well, you're being paid is the same, right? College, like,
hell, the Browns player, he's receiving preseason checks. He's getting workout checks. He's getting mini camp checks.
Yeah, and then if you get paid in college, so it don't matter. I'm with you. The other thing I was thinking about was how dangerous it is, because you look at, like, the older a player is, or they done played on that national grown man level, you know what I'm saying? And then you come back to college, bro, you got 17, 18-year-olds that bodies ain't developed, they still growing, they still learn. That could be dangerous for somebody that done been practicing playing in the league, and now you coming down and you can pretty much damn near assault a 17-year-old. Ryan Williams at Alabama was 17, probably $150, $160. Somebody come down hitting him, like, come on, bro, that's dangerous.
Hell, I feel the same way about these NFL players who don't have weight on them. Like, when I think
but at that point, that's a decision you made. You got drafted. You get, you're getting paid now. College is getting paid.
But I still watch those games cringe.
Hollywood Brown,
like Hollywood Brown.
Flowers.
When I think of Devontae Turpin out of Cowboys, hell, Devontae Smith out of my Eagles. Yeah, it's like, bro, it's like, god damn. You see that they come across the middle, you like.
But the game's safer now. No, back in the day, them boys. Ronnie Lott, you know what I'm saying? Ed Reed, man, the boy Lynch, John, man, you get hit by one of them at $150. You ain't coming back.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Career over. But yeah, I mean, to your point, when you talk about that grown man body, pause, on a college football field, like that is something that people have to consider. You know what I'm saying? Is it gonna take a gruesome injury for us to be like, no, this is not it? Or is it going to take, like, some kind of, like, I don't know, younger players, their parents rallying and signing the petition, so on and so forth? Or do people create their own universities to where, just like we see the SEC, the SWAC, like, is there a particular, like, a conference that's created just for development of players versus a conference created for people coming back to school? You feel me? Like, at some point, something's going to have to give.
I think the SEC, certain conferences, especially Power 5, is going to be the, like, voices for the remaining of the NCAA. I think they're going to have to collectively put their heads together and pretty much come up with something to
Yeah, something's gonna have
implement
to
and
give.
put into it, because it's just gonna be open season, bro. And it's like that's why Saban left. You know what I'm saying? That's why some college basketball coaches, like, they done. Like, they can't sit here and fight against the money. But also, if people can, you testing the waters now. You can go test the waters, and if you don't make it, it's like teams they gonna start holding spots open just in case. Are you gonna like not recruit that player that could have been there, and it get tricky.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna try to take control back, because right now it's on the players' hands.
Yeah, it's tough. But I get it too though, man. Like I said,
That's what I'm saying. Both sides, you understand. Because if I'm one
I
of the
get
ones
it,
that's
bro.
trying to go to the league and I got eligibility, I want to come back and get my stock up. But like, if I'm also that 3-star coming out of high school, when I have an opportunity to develop and get better, like, dang, bro, go ahead on, bro. You 24, let me come in. You know what I'm saying?
And the other thing too, you got to consider is like, you know, you hear these players talk about this all the time, where like they go through these combines and people promise them that, hey, I'm gonna draft you at this position. If you're still there, I'm gonna draft you at that position. So like, you still also got to consider that these people probably getting to college under false going to the pros under false pretenses.
Just like college recruiting.
You see what I'm saying?
But
Yeah,
in the
you're gonna
NFL,
start. You're gonna be the man.
it's
Like,
more gritty in the
you
NFL.
see what I'm saying? So if people are coming out of college under false pretenses, are you also saying that they can't go back to college because they already came out? Like, I can see both sides of it, man. And the other thing too is like, yo, why be on a not mini camp, but why be on a practice squad or try to make a team year round when I could go to the University of Miami and get 1.3? You feel me? And be the man. Be the man. You feel me? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's tough. I don't see how you control this, but a lot of people who weren't for NIL, they're saying, I told you so. I told you so. Once you open that door, there's no closing it.
Yeah. Moving on to the Browns. So the Browns named Deshaun Watson as QB1.
Did you see that coming?
Because we've been talking about it. We've been talking about the money, the amount of money he's being paid is like you said, the analogy you use. You can't buy a Porsche, pull it out, and not drive it. Like, you have to test it out, put it to work. Now, I think everybody shares the same sentiments how it's going to take its course. I think after the first few games, if he's stinking it up, and then reality is Shador eventually gonna get that spot, but I think they have to try him because of how much he's getting paid. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, man. And first of all, shout out to Cleveland. I really think Cleveland is doing him a favor. Like, I hate to say it like this, but in many ways, this is going to work out in Deshaun Watson's favor. Because the reality of it is, he's not going to get re-signed to Cleveland. It goes without saying. So, let's say if he starts the first 3-4 weeks, this is an audition to show other teams you still have it after, injury. Like, he's going to definitely get signed to another team.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
With like backup contract type of money, but have an opportunity to be a starter. Or he might, play enough to get traded. You feel me? So I look at it as like, maybe they're probably looking to kind of setting up for the future because he's built such a rapport with the coaching staff. Like that, I look at it from that perspective too. And I also look at it from the perspective of what you just described. We paid too much money to leave this in a garage. You feel me? We got to test drive this bad boy. Regardless, I think, he was going to be the starting quarterback anyways. I don't think the head coach had much say-so in that. I think he was going to be the man anyways, but they just wanted to give him a fair opportunity to compete for it.
But what were your thoughts?
Really, Dylan Gabriel wasn't even a part of that competition.
Never, haven't been.
I don't even think he played in the second preseason game.
Bro, since last year. So what were your thoughts on the comments that was made after he was being booed at the game and practice and stuff? And he's like, that's disrespectful.
I felt them. Hell, if you could think back long enough, Jameis Winston, who was his backup when he tore his Achilles, Jameis Winston made those same comments. He was like, listen, Deshaun Watson is a good guy. Forget what's going on the field. The reality of it is, this is a human being at the end of the day.
He always take the high road, though.
He's coming out there, opportunity to feed his family. He's putting his body on the line for this, for this organization, for this city. Unfortunately, we're not winning games, but to hear people cheer is distasteful. That's what Jameis Winston said. So he kind of like reiterated, like, bro, like, I don't give a fuck about this fan base. In a nutshell, that's pretty much what he said. He's like, bro, I'll play 17 road games if I can. like at the end they feel like I'm on the road anyways because they already know who they want to be their guy. Which I mean, I get, bro. That's the true sentiments of a human being. It's like
He
nobody wants
came
to
back
be
and
somewhere people don't want
apologized.
you to.
He came back and apologized, obviously, with the pressure and all the headlines and stuff that was going on. But you think that was sincere?
Fuck no. I think the nigga, that's how he felt that moment, and I don't blame him for feeling that way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's true. It was true. I mean, I got NFL Red Zone. I remember when he tore his Achilles that Sunday, and they cut to that, and like one of the segments was the crowd reaction. Like I remember that.
How do
Like
you
I
feel?
get
How do
it.
you feel? What do you think? How do you feel Shador is feeling right now?
I think Shador has like this stay ready mindset. I think we all know this is temporary.
Because he coming from his daddy, he going to get down. He gonna say the right things, but deep down inside, if Shador could come out and speak his mind, what do you think he'll say?
I think he just said it's all like he'll probably recognize, and I heard him speak like today. He talked about, yeah, I understand it's a business. You see what I'm saying? And he just hate that. Like I said, he's been taking the high road. He talked about how he hate the fact that a lot of the conversations feel like it's dividing, the locker room, and that's not what we need going into the season. You feel me? So he's kind of taking that approach, man. Whatever this coaching staff decided, I'm here. I'm stand by. You feel me? So he's always been high road. Man, I'm very much so surprised by his development. Like not even his development, but his natural demeanor as a man. You feel me?
I ain't surprised. Look at his daddy.
No, I'm talking about giving scrutiny, not giving character. Because I never thought he was a low character person. Yeah. But given the amount of scrutiny that he's been receiving, I'm very surprised he's been able to still hold it together.
I think what happened at that draft really humbled and made a difference of how somebody had to move forward. I definitely think that. I ain't say he needed to be humble because I think he deserved to be the second quarterback off the board, that second or third quarterback off the board that year and going to earlier rounds. But I think, what can you do, bro? Like, you ain't in control. Like, your daddy always been there coaching. He has the control. You went to a school, got your jersey retired, won some games, had a Heisman Trophy winning teammate, and yeah, bro, it ain't the control no more.
But even when people talk about Deion being there, like we not acting like Shador was a scrub and like
definitely
Shador
not
was that dude.
That's what I'm saying. But
like,
even with that is what I'm saying. You get here, you can't control it. It's like it's different, bro. It's different. You know what I'm saying? What he can't pout and go against it because it's gonna be that I told you so. See, he ain't working. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think he genuinely is a good kid, and he gonna. I think everything happened for a reason. When you look back at it, bro, I don't think it would have been a better plot. Like, say, I can't see Shador right now. Obviously, in hindsight, I can't see him being on another team right now with how things have transpired. Starting at the 4th, 5th quarterback, people getting hurt, him moving up the ranks, him potentially coming to be a starter, and then what I'm saying.
He's definitely had the right mindset, and quite frankly, Shador is coming off a Pro Bowl season. Whether he was just fan favorite,
stop it, bro.
Whether it was a fan favorite vote or whatever, we're not gonna take away the fact that the man made the Pro Bowl.
All right, bro, go ahead, bro.
So he's coming off a Pro Bowl season.
Bro, you leading with that is wild, fool.
I'm just saying. Like, I'm gonna ignore that.
Yes, ignore it. You making it seem like the season was the reason. This ain't the reason for the season, my boy.
So if I say Amari Stoudemire had a Hall of Fame career, did I say something wrong? Like, the man in the Hall of Fame. Forget how we feel.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Like, we can't ignore that.
You would go all the way to the. All right, go ahead, bro. That ain't comparing apples to apples, but I feel you.
Shador is coming off a Pro Bowl season. He's going into his second year. He has time, right? And I think he's looking at the lights of Tom Brady. Guys who didn't start until like year 3, year 4, did come into their own, but they hit the ground running once they did get their opportunity. And I think that's what's really keeping them encouraged. He know after this year, no doubt about it, he's going to be the man in Cleveland. And I think Cleveland has some good weapons around him. I think this new coaching staff is giving him the confidence that he needed. I don't feel like Coach Stefanski he was ever his guy. You see what I'm saying? But this new coach has spoke highly of Shador openly.
When I watch some of their practices in this preseason, like, bro, he dotting it, bro. He has the skill to be a quarterback. It's just them other players better keep up. I've been seeing shout out Jared Judy down south. I've been seeing drop balls. I've been seeing misread route. I've been seeing a couple different things, but like him being who he is, I think he'll overcome adversity. But like other players got to get in, bro, and help him out. You know what I'm saying? And that's all quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? You're just as good as your
receiving
teammates
core.
and your receiver. Yeah, he could be putting the ball in their pocket. If they drop it, it's gonna be like, well, it lower the completion percentage. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I'm with you. I don't know. I think Shador has what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. I think he's with the right coaching staff now that actually believes that he has what it takes to make the NFL, to be an NFL quarterback. To be honest with you, I don't think the coaching staff agreed to start Deshaun Watson. I think it's just more so the owners agreed to not leave that money on the bench.
Yeah.
You feel me? I think that's kind of what that decision was based off of. But we'll see. But Deshaun Watson has a very short leash. He knows that too.
What if he jump out, win 3-4 games straight? Then what do you do?
Well, if he's not, let me tell you something. If they're not in a position, people, man, when I tell you this is such a business move, people don't understand it. People don't look at it like I'm looking at it, right? The Cleveland Browns, if they cut him before the trade deadline,
yeah,
they could save some of that money, or they could dead some of that money, right? Because they could share that with a team, whoever picks them up, whatever the case may be, right?
Okay.
So from that perspective, like, they can evaluate his play, and if they're not set up to be on the road to the playoffs by that time, they probably just gonna cut him. And when I look at people in their division, you got a healthy Bengals. I just saw Jamar Chase went down with an injury at practice. He grabbed his knee. So I don't know what, I hope it ain't a torn ACL or nothing. But you have a lot going on in that division. So I don't think he's going to be in the position to put these guys in the playoffs. So I think he's going to get cut before the trade deadline. And I think when he does get cut, Shador's going to step in.
But now, with you saying that, if he isn't in a position to do that, do you think Shador is, or it's still going to be about business?
I think,
because if
as long as they don't get too far behind.
Okay.
As long as they don't get too far behind. You got 17 games, bro.
What if he jump out 8-0?
Then shit, they still not gonna resign him. He could jump out 12-0. They're not gonna resign that nigga, bro.
What if he win him a Super Bowl? Damn, Brucey.
I don't think they're gonna resign him. I don't think there's anything Deshaun Watson can do, especially with them having two young dogs back there.
Okay.
Like, you got to keep in mind.
So he's saying it's over with.
It's over with.
Regardless.
They gave him that $200 million, so when he re-ups, they got to give him more.
What other team you think can benefit from having a Deshaun Watson?
I think the Atlanta Falcons, they still don't have a solid quarterback competition over there. I mean, you have Tua and you have Penix. Penix tore both his ACLs. Tua, that nigga need a pillow when he fall down. So, like, he had that. I feel like he needs some good. They could use some good quarterback play. I like the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know if I believe in Jacoby Brissett like that. So I can see. Yeah, he went to the wire. Yeah. I don't know if I can believe in Jacoby Brissett like that. Another team too that I can see can use some help at the quarterback position is the New York Giants. I don't know how Geno Smith is gonna play this year. I heard he's been spinning the ball in training camp, but I don't know if I believe in Geno Smith.
Okay. Ashton Genty injured.
Yeah, I saw that.
What's your thoughts on that?
Shit, I'm watching all these injuries because I picked 12th, and I got my eyes set on Saquon.
That boy talking about that fantasy.
I got my eyes set on Saquon. Same thing with Jamar Chase.
I think that Saquon era over, man. He went
you
stupid.
Think so?
He went stupid that year for Philly, and after that, man, it's over with, man.
I think Saquon about to have the biggest years amongst running back right now.
No, I don't think so. We'll see, though. I don't think so.
I think this is the first year the Eagles are playing in a long time without the pressure to throw the ball. And I think that's what's going to make Saquon have a good year. They're going to run that bitch.
Well, shoot, while we've been on the call, SEC draws a rule to stop NFL, NBA, and WNBA players from returning. Boom.
Yeah. I told you something was going to have to happen, bro.
It says hours after the Big Ten passed the rule, the conclusion of the meetings, league presidents chancellors and athletic directors, the SEC announced that the institutions are not permitted to have an athlete on the roster who has previously declared for the NFL, NBA, WNBA, and did not appropriately withdraw. Because you can declare and withdraw. That's what the point guard did from Auburn last year. He went to the combine and then he went back into college. And then you got signed a contract with an NFL team or other professional leagues, NBA, G League, or WNBA affiliate, been listed on an NFL or other professional league, NBA, G League, WNBA roster. So those are 3 caveats, explanations. You can't come back.
I told you they not about to
In real time, folks.
Yeah, they can't let that shit happen, bro. That's it. They gotta get a hold on that, bro. There's no way that's sustainable. Not to the college athlete, bro. Not to that 17-year-old coming in. There's no development period right there.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited, man. Was it week 1 coming up, college football?
Yeah. When is your draft? Your fantasy?
5th.
Damn, yeah, right before the season. I think the season start on the 7th.
Yeah, I think it's the 5th.
Our draft is the 30th.
Okay, so yeah, y'all's
right after that last preseason, yeah, next Sunday, I think. So yeah, we about to make it big.
Well, it gives time to see what injury closer the better for us. See who's gonna be available, what last minute moves happening. But yeah, college football this weekend, man. I'm excited. I already gave my notice to the house. I'm out of commit every weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, moving forward. Don't bother me. Whatever you need, you got it. He'll take it. Get out of my way.
Random question. So you got NFL players, but obviously they're about to cut down these rosters, right?
Correct.
I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I don't know if Odell Beckham Jr. did enough to make that New York Giants roster.
I think it was a little bit of him having been there before, what he did for the organization. He was a.
You think
they're
gonna cut him, or you think he's gonna make the team?
I think he'll make it, bro. I think sometimes, yeah. I mean, to me, I think he will. Sometimes it's relationships, it's vet. You know what I'm saying? He might not be there for the reason you think he's gonna be there. He might be there to help transition the next young buck. You know how that stuff be.
Malik Neighbors, he also coming off of ACL.
Yeah, I know. He was I had him 2 years ago, I think. That was 2 years ago. The first year he was in there, I had him.
Yeah,
on my
the mental fortitude is going to be important, especially, OBJ having gone through that twice. So him being his OG during that process is going to be important. Yeah, one thing that came to me was that drop when they played the Dolphins. He dropped it in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Granted, not too many balls came his way.
Right.
But I'm like, I don't know if he did enough to actually make the team, but we'll see. They need receiver help, so we'll see.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm excited. Sports is back. You know what I'm saying? Ready to tune in. My Gators looking good. We probably go 8-4, 9-3. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little 10-3, 9-4. You know what I'm saying? How many other games? And basketball as well. We gonna jump out, be ranked number 1. Got to be ranked number 1. And we're going to make it happen. So, yeah.
We're going to see, man. I'm ready for college football. We'll definitely tune in more college football this year. Lock in on Saturdays. And then go from there. But we're going to see, man. I'm excited, man. Football is officially back, man. We here, nigga.
So, y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We're going to drop some polls. Y'all give us y'all answers, honest feedback. Sports is back, baby. And we out. A&B Mobcast.
Yes, sir.